All right, this is 2-5, writing a function rule worksheet. All right, so we're going to go through and read the word problems, and we're going to convert or translate the word problem into the math equation. We're not even solving the equation right now. We're just going from the word problem to the math equation. And the notes we took in class, which you can see on another video, and the notes are also attached as a PDF file, we have all the different vocabulary words that mean different things. Let's go through them real quick. Words that usually mean equals are is, was, and were. Words that generally mean adding are plus, more than, some, total. The word and sometimes, which can sneak past us if we're not careful. Also the words altogether, increase, combine. Words that mean minus, off, the word minus, less than or less, difference, decrease, reduce, and fewer. Words that mean multiplication, per, each, and every. Twice means 2 times, double means 2 times, triple means 3 times, and also just the word product, that means multiply. And the word quadruple specifically means multiply by 4. Okay, so keep this stuff in mind as we go through some of these problems. Okay, it says label the important information for each problem, and then write an equation to represent each of the following scenarios. Number 1, the total cost, C, to rent a carpet cleaner at Company A is $12 plus an additional $3 per day. Write an equation to represent the total cost to rent a carpet cleaner for D days. All right, I went ahead as I was reading it and I underlined some of the key vocabulary. Okay, is, based on our vocabulary, means equals. We know plus means adding. Okay, so what is it that equals? The total cost equals 12 plus an additional $3 times, the word per means times, $3 times the number of days. We don't know the number of days. We'll use the letter D. $3 times the days. So I've already put it together real quick. Let's go ahead and go to the template and see how this looks. The cost, C, is equals $12 plus 3 per day means times the number of days. It's the exact same thing we came up with up here. So let's go ahead and write it out. C equals 12 plus 3D. Cost equals $12 plus $3 times the number of days. Okay, that's pretty straightforward. Now, what they want you to do on letter D is determine the total cost if the carpet cleaner is rented for 4 days. See, we have 2 unknowns here. We don't know the cost. We also don't know how many days they need it for. But here on letter D, they're specifically telling you they need it for 4 days. So we'd plug in the 4 right here. I'm going to rewrite it, but instead of D, I'm going to go ahead and insert my 4 as an input value. 3 times 4 is 12, and then 12 plus another 12 is 24. So the cost would be $24 for the end of number 1. Okay. So for 2 through 6, it says write an equation that can be used to solve each of the following scenarios. Okay, let's go through some of these. Some are trickier than others. 4 times a number n increased by 11 is equal to 67. Okay, well 4 is the number 4. Times means multiply. A number n means a number that we don't know what it is, so we're going to represent it with the letter n. 4 times the number n. Increased by. To increase means you are adding. Okay, that's one of our words for adding. Increased by 11. So 4 times some number n, increased by 11, is, we know that is means equal. Is equal to 67. Is equal to 67. So we have 4 times a number n plus 11 is equal to 67. We just translated that from words to math. Okay, number 3. Carl, I'm going to try to zoom in for you guys. Carl wants to buy a new computer for $1,000. Okay, he currently has $150. Okay, that's what he starts with, and plans to save $25 each week. Okay, now here's that word "and" that can sneak past us sometimes. The word "and" can sometimes mean adding, and in this case it does. He starts with $150, and or plus he's going to be saving money regularly. $25 each week. The word "each" means multiply. You're going to multiply the 25 times the number of weeks, which we don't know, so we're going to represent it with W. 150 plus 25 times the number of weeks. Now, how much does he want this money to equal to? He wants it to equal $1,000, right? So the $150 he started with, plus the $25 a week for however many weeks, you're multiplying that, equals 1,000. Now you could write this whole thing the other way, and it'd be fine too. You could put the 1,000 on the left-hand side and put that on the right-hand side. Same thing. All right? Let's go ahead and look at number 4. Tammy is going back to school shopping. Let's see. Tammy is going back to school shopping on tax-free weekend. Each shirt, there's a word, each, that means multiply. Each shirt costs $10 each. Okay, they have it in there twice. We don't need both of them, but we know that we're multiplying something. The $10 is being multiplied to what? The number of shirts, which they want us to use the letter S. So how do we represent that? 10S. $10 times the number of shirts you buy, and there's our plus sign, plus every also means multiply. Per, each, and every mean multiply. Okay, so $10 times my shirts plus $30 times the jeans. Okay, so $10 a shirt times the number of shirts you buy plus $30 for jeans times the number of jeans you buy, and that equaled a total, her total bill was $170. Notice the word total here also can help you find this addition symbol right here. All right? Whether you found it by using the word "and" or total bill. It's both talking about that. All right, so there you go on that one. 15 less than. This one's tricky. The most common wrong answer for this is 15 less than means subtract twice a number. That's 2 times a number. Is means equals 25. This is incorrect. It's a very common incorrect answer because so many of these we just read it and it came out exactly how we read it. But this is subtraction. Subtraction, you have to watch the order you do things in, or else you'll get it wrong. And here's an example I like to use. Let's say you're 15 years old. I'm using 15 in a different context. And your cousin is 5 years less than you. So I'm going to say, your cousin is 5 years less than 15. You wouldn't write 5 years less than 15. You wouldn't write 5 minus 15. It's backwards. So the point I'm trying to make is, to make something less than, you have to start with the whatever something you have. In this case, you start with the 2 times your number. To make it less than the 2 times the number, you start with the 2 times your number, and then you take away the 15 in that case. So, okay, so these are exactly backwards of what it should be. 15 less than 2 times the number is how you read that. Is or equals 25. While we're on that topic, let's go ahead and jump around to another one that has the same situation. Number 7. Which algebraic expression is equivalent to the phrase 5 less than the sum of x and y? We already saw that what we have to do is we have to get the sum of x and y first, right? And then we have to take 5 away from that. So the minus 5 has got to go on the end. Okay? How do you find the sum of x and y? You just, sum is adding. So you have the sum of x and y by adding x and y. You get that answer, and then you take 5 away from that answer. So the correct one for that one is D. All right? I skipped number 6. You guys can go ahead and do that. We had a very, very similar one on the notes. Okay, so you can watch the notes video that talks about a similar one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do number 8 because it's a little tricky, and then I'm going to leave 9 and 10 for you guys. Okay, so number 8 will be our last one. William completed X math homework problems, like X amount, we don't know how many amount, X amount of math homework problems after eating dinner. Had he completed 6 more math problems, how do you represent 6 more than X? It would be X plus 6. 6 more than whatever X was, right? Had he done this, he would have finished 2/3 of his math homework. Okay? So if he had done this, it would have been equal to 2/3 of his math homework. How do they want us to represent his math homework? Well, it says that y represents the total number of math homework problems. So x plus 6 is equal to 2/3 times y. Okay? We don't know how many problems he did, but if he had done 6 more, if he had added 6 to whatever he had done, it would have been equal to 2/3 the total number of problems. And that is that choice.